Alright guys, today we're looking at a body cam footage that is, I gotta say, pretty hard to watch. A suspect had a police encounter. During this encounter, the suspect got killed. Supposedly, with reports, it was by mistake of the police officer. So if you sensitive to watching certain things, I don't mind you clicking off. If you're here ready to watch, we need to get into it and let's break it down. This is my first time seeing this video. This video was presented by Officer Curtis. So, alright, let's get into it.
February 18th, 2023, Brett Thompson was pulled over by a deputy from the Laramie County Sheriff's Office for expired tags.
Oh, Deputy Lewon with Laramie County Sheriff's Office. Reason why I'm stopping you is your registration's expired.
Registration? It's my girlfriend's car, actually.
Okay. Gotcha. Do you have your license?
I don't. I just literally got everything like clumped up here. So, sorry, everything's just mumble jumbles, you know. And then I got the little kitten in here too.
Can you take the keys out of the ignition for me? I appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, out of the...
What's your girlfriend's name?
Victoria Dominguez.
The officer already has some
Okay, young man
where
seems
he has
pretty
asked him
cool.
to take his keys out of the ignition, which is a common tactic that police use so that the person doesn't drive away. Also, when a person does not have a physical identification or driver license, that is a definite red flag, which may have led the officer to say that I'm going to have you take the keys out of the ignition.
What's your last name?
Jones.
Jones?
Yeah.
What's your first name?
Jacob.
Where are you heading to?
Jacob Jones.
I was literally getting ready to turn back around because I forgot, a bag and stuff like that.
Where
So
are you heading now?
I was heading to Loveland.
You're heading to Loveland?
Yeah, but I figured it'd be quicker to turn around like right here and then like go back to grab the bag that I missed.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Do you know which way you're going?
Yeah, I'm going north south. So like this way I'm going actually north, but
Alright, I don't see nothing like suspicious right now or whatever. Probably a little nervous. I mean, you're getting pulled over with cops, and most people gonna be nervous. And yeah, I'm not a cop, so like you said, he explained the tactic of pulling the keys out since he didn't have no ID and stuff like that. I guess so he couldn't run. So sorry to interrupt. Let's keep going.
I need to go back to the hotel, to go to Loveland, which is off 34, which is south.
So why'd you go north on
Because
the interstate?
because I was going to turn around, like I just said, to get the bag. You know what I mean? That was like for the abrupt turn to the right because I forgot the backpack. You know what I'm saying?
The subject in the interaction with the officer is a little directionally confused as to why he was making this turn in the middle of the roadway, which is another thing, especially if the officer knows the area, is going to be concerned about. Why is the person going this way when they say they were going that way? And this is just another thing that adds on to a heightened suspicion from the officer.
So part of my job is to check for safe and sober drivers. Are you safe and sober driving?
I am safe and sober. I actually do not drink.
How much marijuana have you smoked?
I don't smoke marijuana.
Any illicit drugs?
No illicit drugs.
Stay in the car. I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
Prior to this incident, I read the investigative report for this incident, and the officer had seen this vehicle inside the parking lot of a hotel and drew some suspicion from the officer, and that's why the officer decided to follow the vehicle. That, coupled with the fact that the registration tag did not match the plate and the driver did not have an actual physical driver license, a lot of these are going to be a red flag for the officer as he goes back.
Alright, so pretty much saying this, you got no driver's license, the plate doesn't match and stuff like that. The fact that you're sitting in the parking lot, that's for the cop to follow you because you're sitting in a hotel parking lot, I believe we just said. Alright, let's keep watching. Hold on.
To his car to figure out what's going on in this investigation.
Can you just note the mail gave me a fictitious name of Jacob Jones with the
What the officer has learned while he's in the car is the name Jacob Jones was not a real name. It was the name of an associate of the actual driver, which is Brett Thompson, the person that we see here. Now the officer has a person who's given him false information. He decides to do what it.
I don't know. He must got something in the car, and that, I don't know. Listen, let's figure it out. Maybe trying to transport stuff. You know what I mean? Using a fictitious name. Now you definitely set up for to get your butt yanked out the car. To be honest with you.
It's reasonable under the circumstances, which is to get an additional officer to assist as he puts together all the pieces of the puzzle as to why the subject gave a false name. Ultimately, under this circumstance, it is believed that the reason why Brett gave the fake name is because his license was revoked at the time of the stop.
Listen, I ain't giving out fake name. I say, listen, my license is has been suspended. Honestly, just be real and honest.
Just a cat, and then I was taking my nicotine.
Gotcha. Can you step out for me? Yeah, what's the problem?
Yep, there you go, point them out.
Thank you.
To this point, the officer has done everything pretty much by the book. Done his investigation, figured out who the subject really is, gotten a backup officer in order to conduct an arrest or take the subject into custody. From here, things start to go south very quickly.
What's the dude gonna react a little weird? I don't know.
I'm gonna pat you down just to make sure you don't have any weapons on you, okay?
So he got something in the trunk.
So, did you give me the right name?
Yeah,
What's your name?
Jacob Todd Jones.
Why don't you give me the right name?
It is the right name.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Brent, I know.
This is a very, very common mistake when an officer has decided they're going to place a person under arrest. They conduct the pat down and they don't handcuff them. Every officer who is worth their salt knows that if you're going to do the pat down at that point and you know you're going to arrest the person, then you place the handcuffs on the person at that point, especially a person who's given you false information. This can lead to very, very bad endings as we're about
Yeah,
to
boy,
see.
look like he like at least 6'3", 6'4".
Stop! You're gonna get tased! Stop!
Okay. Did I see this before? I think I've seen this before. Oh no. Yeah, I did see it. Yeah. Yeah. I did see this before. I ain't even gonna lie. I seen this a bit ago. Yo. Like, the cop was not thinking. Like, yo, one thing is, and two, with drivers, they not really paying attention. You got your headlights on. You got cops in the road. I know it's dark, but a lot of people, they driving is really suspect. They don't fully pay attention. They could be sitting there texting on the phone. You got an officer in the middle of the street, and you see that car did not slow down. Didn't even hit the brakes. Like, I don't know how you get that close that you can't see people that's directly in front of you. But for the officer side, like, you tase somebody in the middle of the roadway. Like, I know it's a stressful job, but that was that's kind of hard for me to watch. Crazy. Is he still making noise? Nah, I thought I heard him.
Stay with me.
So he is still making some type of noise.
Even after 20 plus years of policing in my time in the Marine Corps, this is one of the most horrific incidents that I have seen. This is not how tasing is supposed to go. I went to taser instructor school. We're responsible for where the person can potentially fall after we're tased. Now, as far as the deployment of the taser and how it actually was effective, that's called NMI, neuromuscular incapacitation. It completely locked up Brett's entire body in the middle of a very busy freeway. And the worst possible outcome happened. He was run over by a vehicle at a high rate of speed, and he succumbed to his injuries. This should never, ever happen in policing. Let's talk about this. We're thinking about a misdemeanor.
Yeah, I totally agree. I know, let me know in the comments y'all agree with that one. Because, you know what I mean, you are a professional. Even like a situation like that, he's running from, I mean, police. More likely he's going to get caught regardless. So in that situation, your trainer should have took over not to deploy it. You're hopping over the rail. You're going into a lane of traffic on the highway and stuff like that. That's like, it's not a time and a place to deploy a taser. Like I said, you can get over the radio, get more units out there, and like, where is he truly going to go? Now the fact is, he jumps over there and he gets ran over on his own accord, then that's you can't really take blame for that. He decided to run, although, you know what I mean, your actions does take account of sometimes the result. Like, for you to run, we'll never know why he ran, or probably later on in the video they might say why he ran, or it was something in the car or whatever. But that was just the wrong time to deploy that taser. You know what I mean? I know being a police officer, it's a lot of stress in the job, but that was more of a foot pursuit, and the timing of the taser could have been in a better place. Sad news that kid succumbed to his injuries and stuff like that. And like I said, I seen the video before, briefly, and the fact is, no, you know what I mean, if I'm getting chased for the cops, that's not the way I want to go out getting ran over by a car because a cop decided to hit me with a taser in the middle of a highway. So I don't know any more of the lawsuit that came. So I guess let's finish watching the video.
Crime, right? We have traffic situation, and maybe the investigation can lead to something more. What are some other options here that we could have potentially done? Can he just run away and we know who he is and we submit a warrant and get him later, and not chase him across a busy freeway, because the officer is also placed in danger, and the citizen who may swerve is also placed in danger under this type of circumstance. So we get him another day for this misdemeanor or whatever charge that it potentially is. We have to think about
I agree.
What
Hopefully y'all agree too.
I know it's a rapidly evolving situation, and I've been in those, and I have the benefit of 20/20 hindsight. But this is the kind of video that I want to help other officers and other people so that this doesn't happen again. This cannot happen. I get chills in my arm when I think about this and the passion that I have for my profession of policing. This is not how it's done. And unfortunately, this young man lost his life. Do I think the officer had bad intent when he did it? No, but that does not absolve him from being better at what he's supposed to do. Ultimately, the officer was not charged criminally. However, there was a $5 million lawsuit that was won by the family. That does not replace their child. Brett did some things wrong.
So it was a lawsuit.
He lied to the police. He ran
lost
from the
a
police.
child.
And ultimately, he ended up
even
dying.
though they get the money,
but that does not
they still
mean
lost
that
a child.
Running from the police, it ends up, it should be
like I said, I agree.
It should not be. We have.
Like I said, I agree that the fact is he shouldn't get criminally, like, it wasn't deliberate to like, hey, I'm going to tase him so he can get ran over by a car, because he was kind of putting himself in danger too, jumping over the guardrail into the highway with oncoming traffic. So I don't think it was intentional. It was just a quick reaction, bad judgment. and maybe he didn't. It was just a body reaction, and like, I don't know how to say it properly, but you know what I mean. Everybody's human, but that was just like you said. Like I said, my mom was a police officer for many years. It's use your discretion. You already know who he is. Like I said, you already know who he is. You can get him later, stuff like that. It didn't happen. Had to happen at that time. Thankfully, the family did get rewarded, but also they lost a child. So yeah.
To be better, and the onus is always on the professional. We're trained to deal with people who run, people who have drug addictions and everything else, and we have to be better. I hope that helps someone, because this situation was extraordinary.
Alright, so that's the end of the video. And let me know in the comments what your take is on that video. Like I said, I think I seen that a while ago. So I thought this would be my first time watching it. I seen it briefly a while ago, and I thought it was crazy. But like I said, we all human. We have times we react at the wrong time in ways that we don't feel or believe that we react like that. But like that cop, you had training and all that stuff, and like I said, you can use your discretion. You don't always have to book somebody that day, lock them up that day or whatever. Like I said, you knew who the person was. You had the information you need. That person runs getaway or whatever. Like I said, issue a warrant, go search for them again later on. So that stop, although the person shouldn't have ran, the kid shouldn't have ran. Who knows the reason why he ran? But that was crazy. Like, to get tased in the middle of a highway, then get ran over. It was like, that's wild. So a lot of lives got affected. Even the cop, because like I said, I don't think it was an intentional thing to do. It just how reacting in the situation, not truly thinking of the whole scenario. And I feel like some of these jobs, like I used to work in mass transit and stuff like that, and it was like pretty rough situation to where, like, some of these jobs, like being a police officer, being in mass transit and dealing with people and all that other stuff, sometimes the job within itself can be a bad thing, because you had the wrong decision and it can ruin your life. Like, seriously. Like, just to say my experience, like driving big buses and all that stuff. Somebody's decision to step in front of the bus, trying to run for another bus and all that stuff, that could change your life forever. Sometimes, like I said, it could be just how the occupation in itself can ruin lives. Real deal. Like, I don't think that cop thought anything that this was going to happen tonight. I'm just trying to be a cop, trying to do my duties, and a situation like that happened. So, alright, this is Reality Check Reactions. I'm your boy Marcus. Sad video. Hopefully y'all was able to sit there and watch it through with me. So, more videos to come. Make sure you like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, and share this video. There's gonna be a lot more reaction videos, trying to grow this channel. This is a new path in my life, that I'm no longer with mass transit and stuff like that. So just finding things to do. So like I said, thanks for joining me in this video. We out of here.